Anybody go see the new Baby Yoda movie? Anybody go do that? Yeah, me neither. This is JARHUMOR speaking. I want to talk about the Baby Yoda movie, even though I don't plan on seeing it. Well, how is that possible? Because who cares? Because it's a thing. Because it's a cultural thing. It's a thing that's out there in the world that we have to deal with. Baby Yoda was a thing we had to deal with. We had to deal with the soccer moms and everything like that who had never seen a single Star Wars, just absolutely losing their minds over Baby Yoda. It was a phenomenon. It's everywhere. And I liked The Mandalorian. I watched the first couple seasons of it, and then it just fell off for me. I think that's how it is with a lot of TV shows. A lot of people, when I talk about this, people have the same sort of story. You know what I mean? It's oh yeah, I used to watch The Walking Dead until like this season, and it's like yeah, they kind of whatever, and just kind of stopped watching it. Yeah, that's everybody's story. The Mandalorian, same thing. I don't even remember exactly where I stopped. I know I liked the first season. I'm pretty sure I watched the second season, and I think that's it. I don't even think I watched the third season. I don't know. Maybe it was good. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But I just I don't know. There you go. But all of a sudden, there's this movie they come out with. I haven't been paying attention to it, but I start paying attention to stuff when a lot of the YouTubers that I subscribe to, when they start making reviews and everything like that, especially Red Letter Media. I didn't watch their review of it, but I saw they made one, and I go, huh. All right, well if they're talking about it, maybe I should talk about it. Now, what's funny is them, as people who love movies, will actually sit in a movie theater and torture themselves and watch the movie. Me, I don't do that. What do? I talk about my cultural experience with the movie. Is that what this is? Yeah, maybe. But this is what I want to tell you. Last night I get this idea because I'm surfing around on YouTube, and I see a lot of this. I'm just going to say Baby Yoda, because saying The Mandalorian and Grogu is labor intensive, and I'm a slacker. Ain't nobody got time for that. So the Baby Yoda movie, I was just everywhere. Baby Yoda movie. And I'm like, I said, all right. So I've been doing these little cartoon videos with these cartoon characters. And the new ones I've been doing with this cartoon squirrel and this cartoon cat are based off of me and my girlfriend. By the way, I have a girlfriend, in case you've been listening to this podcast. Where has he been for whatever? And I've also embraced, I guess, the word podcast, because I don't like that term. But, here we are. Whatever this is. Where's he been? Well, I'll tell you what happened. I got a girlfriend. She takes up all my time. She's crazy. She's from Long Island. She's Italian, and she's an Aries. And she's got ADD and all types of weirdness to her. And she's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. She is amazing, and she's crazy. And she inspired me to do these characters based off of us. So she's the squirrel character named Princess, and I'm her prince, this cat that's less than enthused about any of this. She is this amazing animated character, my girl. And I'm like, I got to turn you into a cartoon squirrel. Because I call her a squirrel brain. I said, babe, you got your squirrel brain going on. And that's me actually doing an impersonation of her when I'm like, babe. Because that's what she says to me. She's like, babe. And she is something. So I come up with these characters, and I've been doing these little videos. Now, I've been doing some type of cartoon sketch stuff on YouTube for some time now. And I've slowly been trying to develop the best method of doing it. The modus operandi, the method of procedure, the way in which to do these things. And I know simplicity is important. I have this quote, keep it simple. All right? No, it's not not keep it simple. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking live simply was the quote of my mentor, Adam the Woo, who passed away just before Christmas of last year. And live simply. And I kind of I use that for everything. And I think about like making things simple. Especially when in the internet age where you have to jump on something, whether it be a trend or you get an idea or something like that. That point of having the idea and then actually creating the thing and getting it out there. You can't lose that energy. I know too many people that lose their energy for a project because it takes too long. And in this culture, with your TikToks, with your little quick little videos and everything like that, you got to keep it simple. Let me tell you something about my girl. My girl makes TikTok videos. And watching her make these things are incredible. We went out to dinner one night with some of her friends, and she came home and she was dressed real nice, and she saw I have a backdrop up in my bedroom. It's the ones that I've shot, like a lot of my just like I'll shoot random videos. It's the hand painted one that looks like a Jackson Pollock painting, except with a bunch of neon colors. Like I often say, it looks like someone just won a Nickelodeon Kids Choice Award or something, or it looks like the walls of a roller rink in the 90s or something like that. You know, that's sort of the vibe it has. And she loved it. So she started just setting up her camera. She borrowed my little monopod thing. She hooks her camera into it. She starts watching other people do dances, where it's like this thing where like it slows down, and she'll do the dance slow, and then it'll play it back at regular speed, and it looks like you're doing the dance and stuff like that. And I'm just watching her do this, and she filmed, and then she was doing like regular speed, and because if I don't get it right, if she heard me, which I don't think she'll listen to this because she has ADD, which I keep telling her, honey, you know, no one says ADD anymore. They reclassified it as ADHD. She's like, I ain't got no ADHD. I ain't got the ADD. I got ADD. And I'm like, honey, I know, but she don't listen. Stubborn. Horribly stubborn woman. But I'm crazy about her. I am crazy about this woman. And she is crazy. So that is something. Today's my day off. She's at work. That's why I'm getting a little bit of peace and quiet. This is my moment to and she was texting me earlier. She saw the video I made. So about 2 o'clock this morning, I had this idea. Let me get back to what I'm actually saying. 2 o'clock this morning, I had this idea to do a little video making fun of the new Baby Yoda movie. I said, all right. I said, what if the little princess character, this squirrel that's based off my girlfriend, is trying to convince Prince to go see the Baby Yoda movie. And so I just started coming up with the dialogue in my head. It's like, oh, babe, let's go see the new Star Wars. Oh, it's got Baby Yoda in it. Oh, he's so adorable. Oh, I love Baby Yoda with his big bug eyes and his smooth green skin. It's like if one of Santa's elves had a baby with a dolphin. And I'm just kind of like coming up with this dialogue. And I kept it simple. And I have a little lavalier mic. I wave around these little cutout characters. I draw the cartoons on cardstock, color them in with colored pencil. I apologize, this is gross, but my nose is stuffed up this morning. I'm still fighting some type of allergy thing. So, you're about to get some gross me blowing my nose ASMR because you know what? I'll hit the cough button. I'll be nice. Hold on. Now, one of these buttons will pause things. The other one will shut the whole damn thing off. Let me see what I'm doing here. All right. Either I'm about to stop the podcast or I'm about to pause it. Let's find out. All right. Hey, look. I figured it out so you didn't have to listen to me blowing my nose. That's nice. It's a little cough button. It's called a little bit of courtesy here for your listeners. Can't with you. That's one of her sayings. I can't with you. I love it. She has phrases. She says uno reverse. She's like, don't you uno reverse this on me. That's another one. I can't with you. There's another one that I don't know how to work into the cartoons, though, because she actually slips into like a character voice where she just goes, what the hell? And I don't know what that is. I never heard it. But all of a sudden the other day, she's like, what in the hell? And it was so cute. And I had that stuck in my head like all day. What in the hell? What the hell? But anyways, I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I see everybody's talking about the Baby Yoda movie. I start doing the dialogue, etc., etc. And I film it. I film the thing. I decide instead of using the normal background that I use, which is a painted background, this is something I also painted on a canvas. It's one of those flat canvases that you'd get at Walmart or something like that. That it's not the wood frame ones. It's flat, which is nice. And I have a little artist easel, a little tabletop artist easel. I painted the thing. My girl was over when I was painting it. and she's like an art critic. She's sitting there and she's like, I don't understand. It don't look like nothing. It just looks like circles. So all I was doing was painting circles. I didn't know what it was going to be yet. I just knew I wanted to do a backdrop for this character. I wanted to do like something that could look like an enchanted forest or something that had some type of just art. You know what I mean? She doesn't understand abstractions or surrealism. She's a very literal person. She's a very trendy person. We're very different people. I'm very punk rock. I'm very bohemian art. I immediately take back bohemian because I think of some of these hipster douchebags, and I am definitely not like them. I'm punk rock. I'm art and punk rock, and I don't care. You know what I mean? She's very trendy. Her hair has to look perfect. Her makeup has to look perfect. She has to look good. You know? She don't understand how I can dress like a bum sometimes. Why you dress like a bum? Don't dress like a bum if you're meeting my mom. So we're very different people. But she's over one night, I'm painting this thing. She's like, it just looks like circles. It looks like nothing. I keep painting the circles. I keep painting them. And Picasso, I think this is a quote from Picasso. That Picasso once said, you need 3 hours of bad painting for 1 hour of good painting. I keep painting, taking breaks, etc., etc. She goes to bed. And I'm just sitting in the kitchen. I have the easel set up with some paint. All of a sudden, I dump a bunch of black, a bunch of blue in there. And I just start painting the circles again. I start doing this swirling type motion. All of a sudden, it just comes out. And it's a beautiful backdrop. And I call it Enchanted Forest at Night. It's beautiful looking. It's amazing. And I've been using it for the latest videos. So if you go over to any of my social media, at JARHUMOR, like Instagram or anywhere like that, and you see the little cartoon squirrel, little cartoon cat, if you look in the background, that's the painted background that I did. You can see it every once in a while with little moments of it where the characters are moving in and out of frame. And so I have this background. So now I have this thing, and I can turn it a bunch of different ways to get a different little piece of the background for the video, if that makes sense. So each little part of the canvas becomes its own sort of little part of the background. The background's constantly seems to be changing a little bit from video to video. I have a ring light that does different colors. I have also this colored, it's like a wand. It looks like a lightsaber, but it changes colors, and I have it sitting at the base on this TV tray where I film the videos in my little studio thing in the living room where I've done many of my vlogs and stuff like that. And that changes colored lights and everything. It has colored lights and everything like that. So I do different lighting effects with the thing, and then I wave around these little characters that I have drawn and cut out on cardstock that I have attached with binder clips to the ends of pencils. And I wave them in front of the camera. And even my whole, I don't have a need for perfection the way my girl does. So I've noticed in some of the videos you can actually see the binder clip, you can see the pencil even, and I don't care. There's a level of authenticity there. I'm really doing something. This isn't AI. This is a whole nother thing with me and my girl. My girl is a huge fan of AI. I can't stand it. I keep telling her. I said, honey, if you were an artist like me, you'd know why you don't like AI. There's a cheapness to it. There's a stripping away of a certain level of dignity when it comes to being an artist, of the amount of labor that goes into creating something when a damn robot can just come along and just it's the speech that Will Smith gives to the bad guy in iRobot about the making of the chair and everything like that, a craftsman making the chair. And I also tell her, I said, you don't know how much money I've lost because of AI, because my cartoon work has dried up. I don't get clients, and the few clients I get are like huge pains in the ass that now expect a level of perfection that is beyond the scope of not only what I am capable of, but takes the fun out of doing hand-drawn cartoons. They want the imperfections gone. And it's like, you're hiring the wrong artist. All I am is imperfect. I am an imperfect artist. That's what I do. That's why I still draw with pencils and pens and everything like that. I'm not seeking perfection. I'm seeking authenticity. I am seeking something more organic, something true to what it is I want to create. So, keeping it simple. I decided I wanted a different background than the background, though, that I painted for this. So I grabbed off my shelf, I have 3 VHS tapes of the original Star Wars trilogy, and I set them on my drafting table, stacked them up so in a vertical sense, because I've embraced vertical as the format needed in order to create these types of things. And I filmed the thing, I like it, I post it. Here was my fatal flaw. This is what I believe, looking back. I put a bunch of hashtags that had to do with the Mandalorian. I'm like, yeah, the Mandalorian and, Baby Yoda, everything like that. And I put all that on there. I could tell on some of the social media they were suppressing it. Because normally I get at least, at the worst performing videos, get 80 views. Right? Worst performing, 80. This got 8. 8. And I wish I wouldn't have chose 80 as my example now. Let's say it gets just under 100 views. This is now 8, less than 10. Less than 10 views. And I'm like, uh-oh. The robots, which I don't like, which I mentioned, can tell I'm making fun of this movie, and I'm pretty sure, though I'm only speculating, that Hollywood has purchased the internet. I'm going to make me coffee. So my girl says to me every morning, babe, I need coffee. She hasn't moved in with me, but she is here a lot. Let's just say that. And I love having her here. If she hears me speak poorly about her in a joking way, she'll go, ill? Ill? What is that? You don't like me over? It's like, no, honey, I like having you over just fine. She goes, well, why you got to say it like that? Why you got to say it like you don't like having me over? People are going to think you don't like having me over. Honey, I like having you over. I've actually turned a point where I miss her when she's gone. That's horrible. I'm someone who is horribly reclusive. I'm one of those horribly reclusive, artists. Where the hell did this woman come from? Here's the funny thing. She chased me. She denies it up and down that she chased me. But I tell her, I'm like, honey, it couldn't have been any other way. I certainly wasn't chasing any women myself. That was, not what I was looking for. I'm just focusing on doing my cartoons. Any of you who have listened to my podcast, I ever mention women? No. All right? It's not something I think about. Now it's something I can't help but think about because she's here most of the damn time. I finally got a break. She's at work. Once again, she'd be like, ill. You don't want to be around me. It takes everything so horrible, so personally. So she sees the video. She texts me about it. I got to go to my phone because I got to read you these text messages about this video. Because, see, I grew up with the whole, you just tell everyone everything's good. And maybe that's horrible. I'm starting to think that that's horrible. That whole, participation trophy type culture where everybody thinks they're amazing. Some people suck. I may suck. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. My girl will tell me if I suck. That's what I like about her. Oh, there ain't no pussyfooting around that. No. And I'm a little worried about saying that what I just said because the robots might think I'm saying something else. How far into this? I think if you, after the first 5 minutes, you can curse. I'm still a little leery about saying that word. I don't know. All right, but anyways, let me go to the text messages. There's this joke that I like saying about all of this. So this is here we go. You ready for these text messages? Penguin Audio presents the text messages of JARHUMOR and his girlfriend. Okay, so she writes me. She's like, I'm not a big fan of Star Wars, so that was random, that video. To which I respond, just trying something. Everyone's talking about the new movie, and she's like, ooh, are we gonna go see it? And then she also sends me just a random TikTok video of a couple doing a TikTok because she wants us to do trendy couples TikTok stuff. So get ready for me embarrassing myself doing that. And I'm like, no, baby, it's just something I was trying. And then she's like, do you want to see it? And I'm like, no, babe, I'm making fun of it. That's all. She's like, okay, but if you want to see it, I don't mind. So at that point, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm so tired of having this text conversation. So I take a deep breath because you got to be nice, because she's being nice. She's being horribly sweet. She doesn't understand that. To her, everything's very literal. She's like, babe, you like Star Wars. It's Star Wars. Here's some fun. Here's some money. Go see a Star Wars. That's what it is. It's like she doesn't understand that this is not something I want to see. Even though it's Star Wars, it's not something I want to see. Because she doesn't understand that that's how most Star Wars fans feel about everything that comes out Disney Star Wars. But she has this mentality. It's like, it's Star Wars. You should like it. And I'm like, honey, you should be an executive at Disney. You'd fit right in. So I'm like, that's sweet of you. No, it's not something I want to see. It don't look good. It don't look good, babe. And I don't even know if it looks good, but I honestly don't care. It'd be more to the point. I don't care if it looks good. Why would I pay money to go see an episode of The Mandalorian in a movie theater? Why would I do that? Now, I went with my girl weeks ago. We went and saw that Super Mario Brothers movie. Let's go see the Mario Brothers movie. Let's go. And I actually had fun. It was a lot of money. I had not been to the movies prior to that in years. The last movies I saw was Blade Runner 2047, the new one, and then Ready Player One. Those were the last movies I saw prior to seeing the Super Mario Brother Galaxy movie. You know? So I take this crazy New Yorker to this movie. First of all, she text messages me at 3 o'clock in the morning about how we should wear matching shirts, because I saw that she had a TikTok where her and her mom went and saw Wicked, and they wore matching, they wore Wicked like t-shirts and sweaters stuff and everything, and she wore like Glinda's tiara, like her crown or whatever type thing. And I said we'll have to do that sometime. We'll hit Walmart or something, and we'll get some merch, and we'll rock that merch. We'll roll up rocking the merch to the movie and everything like that. So then she starts texting me links to like Walmart.com. She's now shopping for shirts for us. She's now excited by this. She's excited she's got a guy that wants to wear matching shirts. And it was cute. We ended up going to the movies, and she got matching Mario Brothers shirts. And I just let her pick them. Like I didn't particularly, they weren't the ones I would have picked. I'd have picked more retro stuff, because once again, I'm old, according to her. She's 12 years younger than me. She never misses an opportunity to call me old. Never misses. She's like, I guess maybe it's just because you're old. Maybe I don't understand. Maybe that's why. I'm like, honey, you're 32. I'm 44. It's not a devastating age difference to me. I don't know. But she's like, I don't know. Just babe, you got a hot young girlfriend. People gonna think you're a creepy old man. I do have a hot young girlfriend, and she is incredibly beautiful. Like, everybody tells me that. And I keep telling them, no, you don't understand. She's funny. She's funny and entertaining. Huge pain in the ass, but incredibly funny and entertaining, and that's why I'm with her. I could care less. She could be a lot uglier. I'd still love her personality. Like, that's the thing. Like, how do you tell? Like, you could be a lot uglier. You need to stop trying with all that makeup and stuff. She's someone who wears hair extensions. Sometimes she wears hair extensions. I've actually, the other day, she's getting ready for work. I'm like, babe, where do you want me to put your hair? I'm going to put your hair in the bathroom. Never thought I'd say that. She gets her nails done. $100 to get her nails done. She wears hair extensions. I was talking to someone at work about that, and it was this black guy who basically says, he goes, you're basically dating a black girl. And I said, yeah, I guess so. I said, she also does the spray tanning, and I think she maybe spent a little too much time in the tanning booths and doing the spray tan. That was my joke. I didn't tell it that well right now, but you get the idea. And when she does that spray tan, oh my God, if I say the word orange, she will flip out. No, honey, I didn't say orange. You don't look orange at all. You look bronze. You're bronze, sweetie. Like I said, crazy Long Island Italian girl. I mean, you could imagine, like, just spray tan, makeup, hair extensions. Like, the exact opposite of me. I'm this weird beat poet artist. I wear all black. You know what I mean? Like, we're complete and total opposites. But I understand, like, her. How do I put this? I understand her level of enthusiasm for things, for life. It's amazing. I think it's wonderful. So I understand her asking me more than once if I want to go see the Baby Yoda movie. And I captured that energy. That cartoon video I shot last night, which has not done anything on the internet. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? That absolutely is her energy right there. And when we went and saw the Super Mario Brothers movies, we took lots of pictures. She was so excited. You know, we're going to go see the Mario Brothers. Oh, it's going to be good. We got the shirts on and everything like that. The previews started. She's talking during the previews. I don't think anything of it. Okay, that's fine. She's like, oh, babe, they're making a Paw Patrol movie. You know Paw Patrol? And I go, yeah, I've heard of it. I don't really. She's like, all right, well, one of them's a firefighter. One of them's... I'm like, get out of here. She works with kids. She's worked in daycare for 14 years. And she knows all about Paw Patrol. She told me about Paw Patrol and everything like that. And I think that one of the previews was for a live-action Moana. She's like, did you see Moana? And I go, no, I didn't see Moana. She goes, how you not see? I thought you liked Disney. I go, I like Disney. I like I like older Disney movies. You know? She don't understand the Disney movies. Like, I like Pinocchio. You know? I like Cinderella. I like Snow White. I like Alice in Wonderland and Robin Hood and stuff like that. And, you know, I mean, like, the most modern is like, we both like Frozen. We both like that. I like Frozen. You know? I told her that I can't listen to Let It Go. It makes me cry. And she's like, what? She's like, what? And because she's like, she don't understand that. Men ain't supposed to cry. Babe, that ain't normal. I don't know what to tell you, but it's not normal. And I go, well, it's a very emotional song, but there are certain songs that hit me. And yeah. But that's the whole thing. She's not used to dating a sensitive artist. She's like, babe, that's weird. That's weird. You're a man. You're not supposed to be crying over a cartoon. And then, like, she liked when she sleeps at night, she likes having like a movie on. And I'd pick like a Disney movie, and one night I said, you want me to put Frozen on? She goes, no, don't put Frozen on. I don't want you crying. I want you crying in bed. Horribly picking on me all the time, but it's fun. And we keep it fun and we keep it funny. But anyway, she's watching this damn movie. She don't shut up the whole time. It's a matinee. We went in the morning. She didn't have work that day. I was working the night shift, working in the grocery store. That's my day job. You know, of course, I'm a cartoonist by trade, but what are you going to do? Them robots now, they do the cartoons. You don't need to do the cartoons no more, babe. The robots do the cartoons. So I work in a grocery store. And, all right, we're watching the movie. She talks most of the time. But one of the things... There was a reveal of something, and I don't want to spoil the Super Mario Bros. Galaxy movie, but there was a big reveal of something, and she goes, "Oh, effing plot twist!" and she, but she actually cursed. I don't want to curse in this because I don't think the robots let me curse. But I realize I've told this story like 100 times, and I usually say the F word. But she yells out, effing plot twist in a children's movie at 10 o'clock in the morning. There were other children there. Like, at this, like, it was, I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know that it might have been like a Monday, but it might have been a holiday that she was off. It was one of those holidays. It might have been Easter, for all I know. Now that I think about it. I think it was Easter. I think we saw it on Easter. So yeah, but I'm in love. I love this girl. Drives me nuts. But yeah, so the Baby Yoda video that I did didn't do well. I could check it again, but I've learned to simplify everything. I'm learning to try to get with the times And instead of making horizontal videos, making vertical videos, because that's what people want. Even I'm editing the videos on my phone now. I used to use a computer. I used to use actually like Premiere Pro to edit my videos. No, now I use edits that's made by Instagram, that or CapCut, to just trim it up, slap my Jar Humor logo on it, and that's it. That's it. I'm recording the audio live rather than recording it. I used to record it with a really good condenser mic. Like right now I'm using my Tascam to record this podcast, and honestly in the future I may not do that. I may use the phone. Everything may be going to the phone with me. I may simplify everything. That might just be what occurs. Because it's the way of the world. The world is going that way. Everything needs to be simplified. Everything needs to be more streamlined. You need to be quicker at getting things to the market. These little cartoon videos are my way of doing that. I want to do little comedy bits. I want to do cartoons and et cetera, et cetera. So when I see things like this, like the Baby Yoda movie coming out, I want to try to jump on it. I did this months ago. Those of you that follow my work, the Starfleet Academy TV show, everyone was talking about it because of how horrible it was. And I in no way, shape, or form actually wanted to watch it, much like this movie. So I decided to just watch other people's reviews of it and then kind of fill in the gaps of my own thoughts about Star Trek, as being a fan of Star Trek. And I did a little 10-minute video, and I put it up on YouTube, and it did very well. Got 1,300 views. That's amazing for one of my videos. Are you kidding me? Some of my videos on YouTube get 10. They get 10 views. So this was nice. I'm like, okay, this is something. The algorithm pushed it out there. All right, the robots. And I think it was because because the title of it was like Starfleet Academy is lit. JK didn't watch. Just kidding, didn't watch. So and it performed very well. People liked it. I was funny in it. It was entertaining. I did not really talk about the TV show, much like this podcast. You're here because you know who I am, more or less. You know I bring the weirdness to what it is. The very few of you that know who I am. The rest of you are it's a mere matter of curiosity. That's fine. Curiosity is a good thing in this world. Curiosity is good. That's why I always try to be I keep telling my girl, it's like the worst thing you can be is boring on the internet. She does these dances and everything like that. She's incredibly sexy. So she's not boring, which is good. But I keep telling her, if I was dressed like a giant pickle standing behind her while she did those TikTok dances, now you got something interesting. She don't seem to understand me. We're working on it. We're working on figuring out a way to combine my comedy and humor with her sexiness. We want to work together on something. We're formulating plans. We're working behind the scenes to work together. So she may be joining me for one of these podcasts. That's a hope for the future. We might do videos together and things like that might appear on my channel. I'm encouraging her to continue to do stuff on hers. I don't think I haven't appeared on any of her stuff except for her Facebook. She puts photos of us. One day she randomly wakes up. She's like, "Babe, do you know what today is?" I said, "No, sweetie, what is today?" She's like, "It's our 1-month anniversary." I said, "Is it?" She goes, "Yeah, well, you asked me to be your girl on the 17th of last month, and now it's the 17th of this month. We've been together 1 month, babe." And then she starts texting me. She's like, "You need to buy me flowers." I'm like, okay. And then she's like, "I want to get you something." She goes. I'm at the grocery store here. What do you want? And like, she's like, "What kind of candy you like?" And I said, "Honey, I got blood sugar issues." She goes, "Oh, that's right. I can't get you the candy." Okay. And I said, "See if they got Archie comics there. Those little Reader's Digest Archie comics." And they didn't. She couldn't find them. She didn't even know what they were. She's like, "Babe, I'm not seeing this." And then she found Mad Magazine. And I said, "Honey, yes. Get me a copy of Mad Magazine." She goes, "You want this?" And I said, "Yes. Give me a copy of Mad Magazine." She didn't know what it was. She's like, this is like nerd stuff. She didn't say stuff. And that's what she got me. Well, she's like, well, I need to get you something else because this is like $5, right? And I said, no, honey, it's $14.99. Mad Magazine's not cheap. I would get Mad Magazine more if it wasn't $15. But she got me the one Mad Spoofs the 80s. It's awesome. I love it. So that was my anniversary present from her, was a copy of Mad Magazine. And I got her roses, red roses. She likes red roses. So there you go. We're despite our differences, we're really great, and she's a really great girl. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, I can't even begin to explain to you how crazy she is. Because you have to ask yourself, how did you get a hot young girlfriend? First of all, screw you for that. For asking that, all right? I'm handsome, I'm charming. All right, I'm funny, and that is what she likes about me. She goes, you're handsome, and she goes, and you know, you're really sweet, and you're really nice to me, and you're really patient. That's the huge part of this. She's like, most guys just want to have sex with me. They just want to sleep with me. That's all they want. And that was one of her things. Like, it took her a while to trust me that I just wasn't trying to sleep with her. I'm like, no, I mean, it's on the list of things that I would like us to do, of course, and everything like that. So that took a little bit, and now it's like, and now she won't leave me alone. This is going to sound like I'm like bragging. She is the sex drive of a teenage boy, and she is like, just, it's like every day, and I'm like, honey, no, I'm drained, I'm done. And I'm 44 years old. I didn't realize how not ready I was for that much sex in my life. I'm like, oh, I need to go to the doctor. Like, honey, you're killing me. My thighs hurt right now. And she wasn't even over last night. That's not from yesterday. That's from the day before. My legs still hurt. Yesterday was my one day off from her jumping me. So now I am bragging. I got a hot young girlfriend that jumps me damn near every day. This is why I don't have time to make podcasts anymore. But she's incredibly funny and nice and incredibly sweet, and I am incredibly patient with her and her stuff, her squirrel brain, her insecurities. You know, you can imagine someone that has to put on that much makeup and has to appear that way and everything is hard. Has insecurities, and I'm not. And she doesn't understand why I'm not insecure about things. She's like, you lose a little bit of weight there, babe. You got a little dad bod. Maybe you can do this. I don't want you to feel, like, bad about that. I said, honey, I don't feel bad about anything. This is the life of the punk rock person. This is of the artist. I don't feel bad about my appearance at all. Sometimes to a detriment. Like, I always try to shave and I always try to trim my nails because I know how a person that's very reclusive will start looking like like something out of a horror movie, like some Nosferatu looking thing. Some yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I'm incredibly happy right now. I'm also incredibly tired and very frustrated at the world and what I'm gonna do with my cartooning. There's a fucking a curse. Oh, the algorithm's gonna get me. I'm like 38 minutes into this. I don't care anymore. There's a new trend going on with cars in my neighborhood. It used to be the loud music. It used to be like the bass stereos. Now they keep modifying their engines to make their engines sound like there's something wrong with their engines. And like that's all day long with these people that drive through here. It's nuts. Like that's the new trendy thing. They've somehow probably someone on the internet's teaching them how to make their engines horrible. So yeah. They're doing this on purpose. So there you go. So there's my story. That's my Baby Yoda story. All right. I think I was going to call this podcast Baby Yoda movie, but I think I'm just going to call it Baby Yoda, babe. Baby Yoda, babe. You know, this way because it's really a story about me and my girl. and about me making a Baby Yoda cartoon. Keep things simple. You're out there creating. Do it consistently. Authenticity, consistency, simplicity. These are the words I would give you. This is what I would say to you. All right? All right? Enjoy the process. Keep putting stuff out there. Don't worry what hits, what doesn't hit. Just keep making art. There you go. I want to thank you so much for listening. You can find me anywhere on the social media at JARHUMOR. Even JARHUMOR.com, which nobody goes to websites anymore. Why do I even bother even having a website? But it's there right now, at least temporarily, until it just becomes a links page to all of my social media. Please subscribe here on the YouTubes. Like the video, share them with people, let people know that I exist, because I'm out here trying to help my fellow artists, telling my story, and all that. That's what I'm doing. That's my mission statement here, is to always pick up this microphone and tell you my story of what's going on with me as an artist. So there you are. All right. Well, this is JARHUMOR. This is yeah. Can't with you anymore. Folks, I'm really happy. That's all I got to say. I'm really happy with this girl. Huge pain in the ass she is. She's incredible, and she's my muse. And I will. And every time you see that squirrel character and all that crazy stuff that she says about how tall I am, I tell you one more. So this is true. We went out on a date. I took her out to sushi and everything. We're there, and I asked her to be my girlfriend there because she dropped a chopstick on the ground, and she picked it up. And I said, "Do you want me to have the waiter give us another one?" She's like, "No, 5-second rule, babe." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm crazy about this girl." And I asked her to be my girl. And then one of the things she says, she goes, "How tall are you?" And I said, "Well, I'm 5'8". She goes, I'm used to dating guys that are taller. Like, I don't know. You need to work on that. I go, work? How am I supposed to work on that? She goes, "I don't know. You're a smart guy. You'll go figure it out." All right, this is JARHUMOR signing off.